Steve, how you doing?
I think you can see these drone shots right now. Pretty incredible. Can you see them?
I can.
All right. This is the San Francisco Peaks area, Arizona Snow Bowl. Of course, very familiar to anyone who drives up to and around Flagstaff. One of the most beautiful areas of the state, but also right now a real fire danger situation up here. So much so that a number of areas are closed starting tomorrow at 8 a.m. Snow Bowl's already closed. It's not going to reopen while this incredibly historic dry period continues. As you can see from these incredible shots that this drone is able to capture, our SKYFOX drone, it's very, very brown and dry and brittle. Beautiful but brittle, and a single stray match or a cigarette butt, anything could really ignite a terrible fire. So
Steve,
the Forest Service is closing a lot of areas around here starting tomorrow morning.
Steve, we currently have about 175 people watching the stream right now, and they're like, wow, it looks so beautiful out there. But like you said, we've already seen several wildfires in the state, and anything can set one of these off, right?
Anything, even driving your car over grass, over really dry and brittle grass, just the heat of your car traveling over one of these areas can set off a spark, and that can ignite a fire, and the winds kick up, and it blows out of control, and it blows up. So some of the areas for folks who are familiar with coming up here, a lot of people do, that are going to be closed effective tomorrow around the San Francisco Peaks that you see right now, Mount Eldon also, Kelly Canyon, Fisher Point, Mormon Mountain, all of those are near Flagstaff, and also some other familiar areas, Mogollon Rim, south of State Route 87, out Payson Way, lots of folks go out there, and the Fossil Creek area and the Red Rock Ranger District. All of these areas are going to be closed, substantial portions of these areas starting tomorrow, and the Forest Service is not sure when they're going to reopen them. It's such a serious situation that they're going to be indefinitely closed until monsoon conditions or more moisture in the area is detectable, and they check the soil and they measure all this stuff scientifically. Until they determine the fire risk is a little bit lessened, it's going to be closed. Now, of course, the good news is, it's a very big state, and there's still lots of beautiful forest areas that you can go to, but it would be very wise to get online, check with the U.S. Forest Service before you make any camping plans. And then, even in the areas that are open, you will not be allowed to, for example, start a campfire.
Right.
So, this is a historically dry period right now, and it's a tinderbox, and nobody wants to see a huge forest fire. We've sure had a lot of those in our history.
Steve, which photojournalist are you with that's controlling the drone?
We got Corey Goodwin and Rod Haberer, our SKYFOX drone team, excellent pilots and photographers and videographers and producers. So they really have command of this machinery, this technology, and that's why we're able to give you such extraordinary visuals. Yes. Incredible pictures, really, this video of what the conditions are here. It is gorgeous up here. It's about 65, 70 degrees tops, a nice consistent breeze. It's so beautiful. You're so tempted to go out and camp. But it's also, I learned today, such a dangerous period up here, and it's a pristine forest in so many places. Nobody wants to spoil it.
So we did see you guys on the ground, and I want to thank the team out there for panning and tilting, because everyone's like, it looks so beautiful, it looks so green, but you see the patches of just dry dirt.
That's right. There's a lot of dry dirt. It's incredibly dry. That's the nature of things up here. It's a dry state in many, many places, a lot of the time. And that's what we're looking at right now. And but it is beautiful. I wish that you all could be joining us up here right now. It is a picturesque and perfect day up here, and everybody wants to keep it that way.
Yeah, but here ahead of Memorial Weekend, to hear about all these closures, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, that is. I mean, Memorial Day weekend, and part of the concern is that is the time that people want to get out. And I'm looking at our monitors now, some of these pictures, and it's incredible. Yeah. Who wouldn't want to come up here for a Memorial Day long weekend and enjoy this? But imagine if fire were to take place and all these beautiful green trees, the huge plumes of smoke and all ruined and just spoiled for years and years, that would be worse. So it's better to put up with inconvenience for temporarily at least than for something that would take decades maybe to recover from.
Right. Well, I went to Northern Arizona University and spent a lot of time out there, and it's something that you got to take care of, you got to protect.
Oh, it's great. I mean, NAU is a great place, incredible campus, and really good school. And this is one of the things that the school is so fortunate to have. This right in the backyard of the school. To have this. Your backyard is just pretty great. So you can see our drone. Maybe you can hear our drone. I can hear it buzzing overhead, probably 30, 40 feet above where we are right now, and it's kind of moving along and giving us these incredible sort of shots as we go over various parts of this area here. You can see down into the ponderosa pines, and I guess there are probably other kinds of pine trees. I'm not an expert on pine trees, but there sure are a lot of pine trees up here, I'll tell you that. And one thing I've noticed is that there's a lot of dry needles on the forest floor, and those are so combustible, and they're so dry. You pick them up, they just break into little pieces in your hand. That's how dry they are, and that's not a good situation. A lot of dry grass, huge areas of golden and brown dry grass kind of moving along in the breeze. And it's always windy up here. You went to NAU, so you're probably familiar with that, right? It's yes. A windy place a lot of the time. You don't want it to be on fire.
All right, Steve, are you going to be in the 5 o'clock show on Fox 10?
Absolutely. We'll be on at 5 covering this, and this will be our story at 5, so join us.
All right. Well, we really appreciate your coverage. You and the team drive back safe.
You got it. Thanks.
Bye-bye.